Mental resiliency is key for good mental health. We all want our kids to know how to manage their emotions, especially when they face different setbacks in life. They are going to happen regardless of how much we want to protect our kids, and we need to equip them with the right tools to manage them. As parents, it's our role to give them those skill set, and I'm about to tell you 4 essential ways on how to build your child's mental resiliency. I'm Lisa, a child behavior expert and a parent coach. I have over a decade of experience as a pediatric occupational therapist. My mission and my passion is to help children who are struggling with sensory processing, executive functioning, emotional regulation, and so much more. On my channel, I'm here to empower parents with the right tools and strategies that are going to help support your child's needs and help them thrive in everyday life. So why do we need mental resiliency? This helps us to stay positive when things get tough in life. And we all want our children to be able to handle life's biggest transitions, whether it's moving from one school to a new school, moving out of different countries, or maybe even meeting new friends. Mental resiliency helps us to manage life's disagreements. We're bound to meet people where we don't see eye to eye, and we need to know how to control our own emotions and be able to handle any kind of disagreement so that it doesn't get the best of us. You might be wondering, well, what are some signs that my child struggles with mental resiliency? They might get frustrated easily when things don't go their way or when things are changing in their routine. They might get into big emotional outbursts. This is a sign that they're struggling with their mental resiliency. They might have big outbursts over seemingly small little things, or when things get really tough for them. Maybe they have a really hard math problem that they can't figure out, and they just get so frustrated that they end up blowing up in the middle of class. Or maybe they missed that goal during soccer practice, and it really bummed them out that they just don't want to do this anymore and they just want to quit altogether. When your child doesn't know how to handle the frustration or the overwhelm from a situation, this can impact their self-esteem, their self-worth, and overall their mental health. When our kids don't learn how to be resilient, they may give up on things way too early. They may not be able to push themselves through their schoolwork, and they may not be able to push themselves to get that first job. Building mental resiliency is a life skill that will impact them in every parts of their life. So if you want your child to be successful, to be a successful young adult, to hold down a job, to have responsibilities, to eventually have a family one day, you need to help them build emotional resiliency. This is the foundation to all of it. If you've liked this video so far, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll make more videos just like this to help you empower your child. So I don't want this to all sound all doom and gloom. There is hope, because if you're noticing that your child struggles with their emotions, they get frustrated easily and they give up way too soon, there are things that you can do today that is going to support them in building their mental resiliency. The first thing you can do is build a strong attachment with your child by being present. So put your phone down, stop multitasking, and spend some special time with your child. Get them to feel understood. Get them to express what it is that they're feeling, what their needs are. When they're going through a tough time, listen to them. Don't try to give solutions. Don't try to correct them. Just listen. You might have a child who strongly pushes against any form of connection with you. You might be asking them to play some board games with you or have a chat with you at the end of their day, but they're very resistant. All they want to do is play their video games and stay in the room by themselves. If your child's doing this, this does not mean that they don't want connection. It's just you're giving connection in the wrong kind of way for them. What they truly want is for you to be part of their world. So if their interests are in video games or playing roadblocks, get involved with them through there. Don't put any demands on them. Don't have any expectations. Just see if they'll invite you in to play. You can ask them something like, hey, would it be okay if I joined you in one of your games? Or if I just watched you? I really want to know what it is that you're doing. If they let you in on that, you can start asking them some questions. Get curious. Kids love it when you start to show interest in their own interests. Once you start doing this, this is what's going to build that connection between you and your child. Number 2 is modeling mental resiliency. Remember, your children are always watching you and they're learning everything through you. So how do you handle life's ups and downs? When things get really tough, when you're in the middle of a transition, how do you handle those moments? It's important to showcase these moments to your kids because life is not always easy. and you want them to see your struggle, but also see your victory. So if you're going through a hard time at work, you don't have to tell them the details, but you can let them know, hey, things are getting really stressed at work, and I'm having a really hard time getting some of my projects in on time. But then show them, even though you're going through this tough time, here's what you're gonna do. Here's how you're gonna stay calm and come up with a plan. When they see that you have that mental resiliency, they'll follow suit too. Number 3, don't solve all of your children's problems. I know this can be hard. When we see our children struggle, as parents, we always want to help them. We want them to succeed. But by solving their problems is not actually going to help them build that fortitude, the confidence that they need, and the self-esteem. Sometimes in life, we have to let our kids struggle a bit, make mistakes, face the consequences in order for them to learn life's lessons. And it's in those life lessons that helps our kids learn how to problem solve. And it's through that problem solving that helps to build their confidence. But you might be thinking, well, Lisa, if I don't step in, my child will not get anything done. They're not going to empty out their lunch bag. They're not going to do their homework. They're not going to get ready for bed. This is not an all or nothing solution to do nothing, right? To not solve any of your child's problems. The solution is to build the right support for your child so that they can succeed. And then also trusting that with those supports that they can actually do it. So if your child struggles to wake up in the morning and to get their morning routine done, you're not there to do nothing and to let them fail at getting to school. The solution is actually putting in the right supports to help them get through each and every task in that morning. Maybe it's using a visual schedule that's going to help them follow the sequence of what they need to do to get the routine done. Or maybe it's using prompting questions to help them move from one activity to the next. And in other cases, when you have a child who might be a bit older and we want to work on that problem-solving skill, it's sitting down with them and talking about why that morning routine is so hard and what can they do to problem solve through this challenge and find their own solutions. The 4th way to help build your child's mental resiliency is by giving them responsibilities that are achievable for them. So you first off want to make your child feel like they're part of a team, and every team member has a responsibility. This helps to build a community and a connection. It makes them feel like they are part of a bigger picture. So you might tell your child, well, my responsibility as your mom is to do the dishes. Your sister's responsibility is to wipe down the table, and your responsibility is to sweep up the floor. When you give your child a responsibility that you know that they can achieve, it makes them feel successful, and it makes them feel like they are a contributor to your family, to your whole team as a family unit. This in and of itself builds self-confidence. It makes them feel like they can trust themselves in getting the job done. And in turn, this makes your child have strong mental resiliency. When we give our kids responsibilities that we know they can be successful at, it reframes their minds on thinking that they're here to give and to help, rather than always to receive. This is an important message that we want to teach our kids at a young age, because this is what's going to take them far in life. So these are my 4 essential tips on how to build your child's emotional resiliency. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tools and resources to help you on your parenting journey, my brand new course all about emotional regulation will help give you the tools to build your child's emotional resiliency. This Black Friday, I'll be offering my course at a 50% off discount. And when you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get an additional 10% off. So don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you on the next one.